another thing being, what's the one thing about Navy
Okay.
that only those know who've done the whites?
What a lovely question, Ronak. First of all, I'd like to compliment you for such a lovely, intellectual, deep meaning, and really difficult question to answer. The one thing, only one thing. So, Navy, as we all know, is a silent service. So, a lot of things we do it doesn't show in the public eye. And most of the things that we do in the Navy, if I have to tell you, then I'll have to kill you. So, having said that, life on ships, it looks very rosy. It's very tough to be on a ship out at sea and moving constantly, motion sickness, and working in those conditions. And then the sea, the ocean, you can't play with nature. So, and accidents, the kind of accidents, like you might say, that in the army you're facing bullets, but in the navy, like you're working on the deck and you can lose your limb like this because you're berthing hawsers. There's always machinery around. Something is moving. There's something happening. If you're not careful, you can get drifted in the sea, or you can lose your life. You can lose a limb. That is one, and that is why, probably that is why, Navy is a kind of more OG service than the OG people themselves. Like Army, olive green. Is a OG is a very technical term, Fauji term, which means that a stickler for rules and OG. ये बड़ा OG आदमी यार. This is how when you talk in the crew room about a senior or a coastmate, ये बड़ा OG है. That means he's always by the rules and he'll not take any shortcuts and everything. So Navy is more OG than the OG is what we say, because we are very, very. You can't take shortcuts. You can't bend rules, and we're very, very particular about most things. And Navy has got a lot of, along with that comes a lot of traditions as well. A lot of things are because of tradition. Because Napoleon, somewhere, some sailor did something. Because sailing community itself has its own history. So that also, like why do you call uh, a ship a she, a her? So there's a story behind that, and the plank that you walk on when you board the ship, there are traditions to that as well. There's piping on ships, which is we got a boatswain means boatswain's call, and with that you pipe and you make announcements for different activities that are happening on ships. So it seems very rosy, and people might say that Navy is all about being on very good cities, coastal cities. There's Bombay, there's Vizag, Goa, Port Blair, all honeymoon destinations or good places to stay in. But then, if you are the real Navy, which is there out at sea, uh, it's a tough life. You're out for days, the family's behind, and so I think that sums it up. That
Wonderful.
yes, it seems, and what you do is generally classified,
Generally, it is classified.
and you also have the added responsibility of diplomacy, building bridges of friendship. So there are a lot of diplomatic role that the navy has, because the army cannot just cross the border and do something. The air force cannot fly into another country, but we do have exercises. But the navy has uh, you know a laid down role of diplomacy, of calling on different ports and exchanging culture and you know